Number 9 says a train starting at 11 a.m. travels east at 45 miles per hour, while another starting at noon from the same point travels south at 60 miles per hour. How fast are they separating at 3 p.m.? Okay, so both of these trains are starting in the same spot. The first one is traveling east, and the other one is traveling south. So we'll call this distance X. We'll call this distance Y. And we can figure out the length of these distances based on how long they were traveling and how fast they were traveling. So this train that's traveling east started at 11 a.m. and we're asked about how fast they're separating at 3 p.m. So from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., that's 4 hours. And that train is traveling 45 miles per hour. So 45 miles per hour for 4 hours would be 180 miles. This train that's traveling south started at noon. So from noon to 3 p.m. is only 3 hours, but it's traveling 60 miles per hour. So 60 miles per hour for 3 hours also gets us 180. Okay, the question it's asking is how fast are they separating at 3 p.m.? So it wants to know the rate of change of this distance. We'll call this distance C. So the question is asking, what is dc dt? So the things that we know are X and Y. We just found those values. We know the rate of change of X. That is how fast that train is traveling, 45. And we know dy dt. That's how fast that train is traveling, which is 60. We can also find the value of C. Because this is a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus y squared equals C squared. We know X and Y. So we can find C by solving this equation. We get 64,800 equals C squared. Take the square root of both sides. We'll round this value 254.558. So to find the rate of change of that length, we'll start over with the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus y squared equals C squared. And we'll use implicit differentiation to find the derivative here. So the derivative of x squared would be 2x dx dt. Y squared, the derivative would be 2y dy dt. And the derivative of c squared would be 2c dc dt. Then we'll plug in the values that we know. We know x is 180. We know dx dt is 45. We know y is 180 and dy dt is 60. We just found C, 254.558. We don't know dc dt. That's what we're trying to find out. So in order to get dc dt by itself, we would need to divide both sides by 2 times 254.558. so that those would cancel out. You can do that in your calculator. You would get an approximate value, DC over DT equals, 74.246. So at 3 p.m., the trains are separating at a rate of 74.246 miles per hour.